There are a number of people with higher and bigger titles with the RBC, the Heritage Classic Foundation and the RBC Heritage, but nobody does more work than Mike Manesiotis, again, the head of volunteers. You've now had this format for a couple of years. Has anything changed with regards to what your volunteers are doing and how many you've needed?
Well, with the amount of additional hospitality, the answer is yes. We had to add quite a few volunteers to handle the build out, and Steve and the team has done a tremendous job. And when people get out there, they're going to be in wow factor. It
really is now more of that. I mean, I've seen that construction down at the 18th Tee. That almost looks permanent. Everything would build a foundation.
I don't think Seapon's would be too happy about that, but my goodness, they've done such a wonderful job, and it's going to be an experience like none other, and our volunteers are ready to go.
Are you still getting enough of them? Are you still, or this year have you had to start to look for more?
No, we had to actually turn it off
really?
As far as the registration. We have 1,790 registered volunteers.
Wow.
That's up 100 from last year. And I have a waiting list, if you will, so we're in great shape.
How many does it actually take?
Well, counting our volunteers plus the other ones, it's probably another, mine's 1,790,
okay.
But there's probably additional 1,000 people out here in Rotary clubs or service organizations that are helping out that aren't under my umbrella, but it takes a village.
There you go. And I could guess, if you still want to volunteer for next year, if you want to start thinking about it, you'll still take names and numbers?
Better get in early. Start in October.
What's the fun for this? Now that the machine is pretty well oiled, do you get to watch a little golf?
Golf? No. Very little. That's not my focus, but I do get to enjoy it a little bit here and there. But my focus is definitely on the volunteers.
Yeah. And they do. Anything different you got them doing this year?
Not really. I mean, it's the same old things, but the hospitality end of things is really upgrading.
Yeah. All right. Have fun.
Thanks.
All right. Happy Heritage. Mike Manesiotis, the head of volunteers here for the RBC Heritage. We all know how wonderful the RBC Heritage is here in the Lowcountry, but I always love to hear what other people in the state have to say about it. Duane Parrish, the head of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism for the state of South Carolina. You have an interesting vantage point for all of this.
Sure.
Is it still?
Oh yes, very much.
As amazing as it has always been?
It's as big, if not better than it has always been. And the view from Columbia is, hey, I want to get there. I want to go there. People try to block this weekend out on their calendar. They want to be here. It's a social place to be seen. Not to mention the phenomenal golf now is a signature event. It is just, and golf was on a real high right now after last week. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that people want to be here.
We know a little bit about the impact, obviously, that RBC and Boeing make and the Heritage Classic Foundation. The state has a lot to do with this golf tournament. Explain that a little bit.
Sure. Well, we make them an investment as well. Yeah. We help coordinate a lot of the things that go on here, and we try to make it more of a regional and statewide event. Mm-hmm. And we have several board members on the trustees that are now in Columbia, and make it more of a state event outside just the Hilton Head area, because it has an economic impact beyond just Hilton Head.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, it impacts.
Well, it helps draw the other tournaments like the Myrtle Beach Classic. It helps. We had the two events at Congaree, the Palmetto Championship and the CJ Cup. We probably would not have been able to get those without the Heritage being here.
Right, and I want to give you a shout out for that, because you were a lot of what made those tournaments at Congaree happen. And talk about the one. We don't like to talk about Myrtle Beach much down here, but it is a part of our state, and we're proud of that tournament too.
Sure, they call themselves the capital of golf in Myrtle Beach, the world capital of golf, and they have like 95 plus courses along the Grand Strand there. But they've wanted a PGA tournament now for probably 30, 40 years, and they finally have one. And its first year was the inaugural year. It set attendance records for our first-time event on the PGA Tour. I think it'll be even greater this year. It's not up against the Wells Fargo in Quail Hollow this year. I expect it to be a big attendance.
Is it a standalone?
It's a standalone, yes.
Wow, yeah. That's just going to explode the event.
So, yeah.
Do you get to watch any golf when you're here, or are you just too busy shaking hands?
I'll make a point to watch some golf, and especially Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday is a great day to watch, particularly if there's a close finish. Yes, I love to watch the golf.
Well, you want to be on the 18th green just like the guys who are trying to win the jacket, right?
Exactly.
Thanks so much, Duane, and thanks for all you do at Parks, Recreation, Tourism to make this whole thing happen.
Likewise.
Good luck to you.
Appreciate
Take care.
what you do as well.
All right, man. Duane Parrish of the State Department of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism. I always have to get that right in order.
You got it exactly.
Thanks so much. We'll be back with more in a moment.